Viewers, buckle up, because what we're about to dive into might just be one of the most surprising, heart-fluttering, and eyebrow-raising stories to come out of the Korean entertainment scene lately. You read that title right. Rowoon and Park Eun have once again found themselves at the center of attention, this time because of a supposed secret meeting that allegedly took place all the way in California. For fans of this pair, especially those who still can't get over their breathtaking chemistry and the king's affection, the mere mention of their names together is enough to send hearts racing. But this time the whispers go beyond drama and scripts. It's about something personal, something real, and something that's making netizens worldwide question whether the sparks we saw on screen might actually be burning brighter in real life. It all started when a few eagle-eyed fans in Los Angeles claimed they spotted two familiar faces walking together near a quiet cafe in Santa Monica. The man, tall and effortlessly stylish, even in casual clothes, wore a baseball cap low over his face. The woman, graceful and understated in her beauty, tried to blend in behind sunglasses and a cozy hoodie. But fans who know them well didn't need a second glance. They were convinced it was Rowoon and Park Eun. The news spread like wildfire across online communities. Within hours, photos started circulating. Though slightly blurry and taken from afar, the height difference, the body language, even the way they laughed together, everything screamed familiarity. At first, many fans thought it was just coincidence. After all, celebrities often travel abroad for projects, events, or even personal downtime. But things became even more intriguing when reports emerged that both Rowoon and Park Eun had no official schedules in the United States during that period. Their agencies hadn't released any statements about overseas work, and that led fans to one explosive conclusion. If they were there, they must have gone privately. That's when the theories exploded. Were they vacationing together? Was it a friendly reunion between co-stars? Or was this the quiet escape of two people trying to protect something precious from the spotlight? Now, dear viewers, before we jump to conclusions, let's rewind a little. When Rowoon and Park Eun starred together in The King's Affection, their chemistry was off the charts. Every stolen glance, every emotional scene between their characters had fans swooning and wishing that somehow their connection could exist beyond the screen. Even behind the scenes, there was a softness between them. Small gestures, laughter that seemed too natural, comfort that seemed too effortless. Interviewers and staff noticed it too. There was a rhythm between them that wasn't just acting. It was a genuine comfort, as if they understood each other deeply. After the drama ended, fans continued to ship them relentlessly. Rowoon became one of the most beloved pairings in recent memory. But both actors, ever professional, kept things quiet. They didn't feed the rumors, yet they didn't completely dismiss the warmth they showed each other. Rowoon once mentioned in an interview how much he admired Park Eun-bin's intelligence and emotional depth as an actress. Eun-bin, in turn, spoke fondly of Rowoon's kindness and how his sincerity made filming easier. To fans, those weren't just casual compliments. They were breadcrumbs, tiny pieces of something unspoken. So when this supposed meeting in California surfaced, fans immediately connected the dots. What if the friendship had evolved quietly, away from the cameras? What if this was their way of escaping the intense scrutiny of Korean media and finding some peace together? After all, both have been incredibly private about their personal lives. Rowoon, in particular, has always emphasized that he values real, meaningful connections over public attention. Park Eun has echoed similar thoughts. She's known to be thoughtful and reserved, choosing depth over drama in every aspect of her life. As photos and fan accounts began to pile up, their agencies couldn't ignore the whispers any longer. When reporters reached out for comments, the responses were cautious. Rowoon's agency stated, "He is currently on personal vacation, and we have no information to share about his private schedule." Park Eun-bin's side gave a similar answer. Eun-bin is taking personal time to rest after completing her recent projects. Neither confirmed nor denied the rumors, and that silence, that carefully crafted ambiguity, only fueled the curiosity. Because in the world of celebrity relationships, no comment often speaks louder than any confirmation. The public reaction was split. Some fans were ecstatic, flooding online forums with messages of support, saying things like, "If they're happy, let them be." And they deserve love outside of their careers. Others were skeptical, pointing out that coincidences happen, and people should stop romanticizing every friendly encounter. Yet, what keeps this story alive is the undeniable sense that Rowoon and Park Eun share something rare. Every time their names surface together, it doesn't feel forced, it feels natural, almost fated. One fan who claimed to have seen them in California described their interaction as gentle and intimate, but not overly romantic. They reportedly sat side by side on a park bench, laughing quietly, sipping coffee, and talking like two people who knew each other deeply. There was no entourage, no assistants hovering nearby, just them. The source emphasized how peaceful they seemed, and that perhaps is what has everyone wondering. Why would two top stars, who could easily meet in Korea, choose to fly thousands of miles away for a quiet moment together unless it truly meant something? There's also speculation that Rowoon, who has been preparing for new acting and music projects, might have been in the US for meetings, and Park Eun, ever supportive, decided to visit or accompany him briefly. Others suggest the opposite, that Eun, who has recently gained international recognition, had been in the States for work, and Rowoon took the chance to see her while he could. Either way, the timeline has everyone intrigued. The days they were reportedly seen line up perfectly with gaps in both of their public schedules. Coincidence? Maybe. But if you ask devoted fans, they'll tell you destiny doesn't hide behind coincidences. It dances within them. Online, hashtags like Rowoon Yoon Bin in LA and Rowoon Bin Forever began trending. Fan edits flooded social media, with clips from the King's affection, set to soft romantic music, overlaid with the new photos from California. Some even joked that they were living their modern K-drama in real life. Yet, amid all the excitement, a quieter sentiment emerged, a hope that if these rumors are true, fans and media alike will give them space. Because both Rowoon and Park Eun are known for valuing sincerity over spectacle. They're not the type to stage a scene for attention. If they're seen together, it's likely because it's genuine. Still, it's not hard to see why people are obsessed. Their connection is something that transcends scripted moments. It's in the way Rowoon looks at Eun, attentive, almost protective, and in the way she responds, calm yet full of trust. Even during their promotional tours, body language experts once noted how their comfort with each other was too natural to be rehearsed. Those small details, when added up, paint a picture of two people who share more than just professional respect. Meanwhile, Korean entertainment insiders have hinted that this might not be the first time Rowoon and Park Eun have met privately. There are quiet rumors of them meeting occasionally at events, exchanging supportive messages, and checking in on each other's projects. Some staff members have even described their friendship as pure and rare, the kind of bond built from mutual understanding. In an industry where relationships can be fleeting and public scrutiny intense, it's not hard to see why both of them would choose to keep something special under wraps. And that's what makes this story so compelling, isn't it, viewers? Because deep down, we all love the idea that two people who brought us such a powerful love story on screen might have found real affection off-screen too. We've watched them navigate emotional storms as characters, but seeing them share quiet, unguarded moments as themselves feels even more moving. Whether this meeting in California was romantic, friendly, or somewhere in between, one thing's for sure. It's proof of a connection that refuses to fade, no matter how much time has passed. As the buzz continues to grow, both stars have remained silent, and perhaps that silence is intentional. Maybe they're choosing to protect whatever they have, friendship or love, from the noise of the world. Because sometimes the most beautiful relationships are the ones that don't need to be explained. The ones that thrive in the quiet, beyond the flashes of cameras and the scrutiny of headlines. And maybe, just maybe, this secret meeting wasn't about hiding, but about cherishing. Cherishing a bond that has survived fame, distance, and time. Cherishing the comfort of being around someone who truly understands you when the world expects you to be perfect. For all we know, that California afternoon could have been two old friends reconnecting. or two hearts realizing that what began as acting might have become something more profound. So viewers, what do you think? Do you believe Rowoon and Park Eun's connection goes beyond friendship? Or is this just another case of wishful thinking fueled by nostalgia and hope? Whatever your take, one thing is undeniable. Whenever their names appear together, it feels like magic all over again. And maybe that's the real truth behind their secret meeting. Not scandal, not headlines, but a quiet reminder that some bonds are simply too genuine to fade. Until either of them decides to speak, we'll be here, watching, hoping, and believing in the kind of connection that even Hollywood skies can't hide. Because when it comes to Rowoon and Park Eun, the story never really ends. It just keeps finding new ways to begin again. And for those who fell in love with their story once, maybe this is the moment to believe that sometimes life really does imitate art.